Perfect. So I'm with Ross Weatherstone, the new first team manager of Binfield FC. First off, Roscoe, how are you feeling?
Yeah, from coming back to the club, it feels great to come back and be part of Binfield. I think I've said it already, but I was grateful when the phone call came, and from my end, it was a pleasure to accept. And now, from my point of view, it's time to step up and take the challenge forward.
Perfect. First of all, just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of your playing career and management. First off.
So my playing career, seems a lifetime ago. But started my career at Oxford United as a 16-year-old and went through the apprenticeship scheme back then, and then moved into signing my first professional contract. Made my debut at 18 years old, and then unfortunately after making a handful of appearances, I did my ACL. That was my first bad serious injury. Recovered from that, got back into the side, and then was sort of moved on with my brother, who was also a professional footballer, and we both went to Boston United up in Lincolnshire. They're currently playing in the National League North, and then had a really good few years up at Boston. Won the league in the conference in 2002. Played a big part in that role in winning. And then moved on to the likes of Farnborough and Stevenage, and again then just picked up more ACL injuries and unfortunately just wasn't able to get back. I then went and signed for Didcot, but again my knees weren't right, so came out of it. And then through all that period started going through my coaching licences, and since then I have done some management with Woodcote at Step 7, which was great because I was working with a lot of my friends, and then came to Binfield as the development manager here when Roger Herridge brought me in, and then we had a good time, and we were able to win the Suburban League Cup, and then I moved on to Bracknell, and then moved on to Hartley Whitney, where I've been for probably the last 4 seasons. And last year was the first team manager at Hartley Whitney.
Perfect. Obviously, your first kind of look at the squad today, taken over this week. Just kind of tell us your initial assessments. Obviously, a 2-1 defeat here today, but your initial assessments of the squad and what you're looking for the next few weeks.
Yeah, so my initial assessment was obviously for the first 45 minutes. It was we came in at half time 1-0 up. I think even when I came in at half time, you can see that there's a sort of lack of confidence in the group, and unfortunately, we had chances in the second half, but we didn't necessarily take them, and Guernsey did. But in relation to my assessment of the team, there's a lack of confidence, which is to be expected with regards to where the current club sit. And from my point of view, it's going to be great to bring in a few new bodies to try and bolster some confidence, and also not just necessarily on the pitch. Over the next sort of coming weeks, bring in some bodies from the management team, and hopefully, bring this club together again and do what we can to keep this club at Step 4.
Perfect. And you alluded to there, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Just kind of tell us your reasoning in taking the role and talk to us about that.
Yeah, so from my point of view, I see obviously what when I had the conversation with Andy, all I see right now is opportunity. So from my point of view, that was part of the reason of taking the role. I also feel like there's still 22 games left of the season, and I still think there's enough time to just galvanise the club, just give everyone a little bit of belief. And I think my personality, I believe my personality can support that.
Perfect. And just kind of tell us a little bit about your love for the club. Obviously, I'm the 23s manager before, but tell us a little bit about what you want from this season.
Yeah, so I mean, when I came in, and as I said, Roger gave me the phone call initially, came in, and I think Bob Bacon was the chairman at that point. My whole sort of time of being at the football club was effortless with regards to the people in and around it. It's a really, it's a great football club. There's some great people at this place, and from my point of view, even just coming in today for the first time, it's nice just to see some old faces and just have some good conversations. So, all I can ask is, from everyone at the football club is, get behind me, get behind the team, get behind my management team, because we're going to need everyone right now if we are going to be successful to keep this club at step 4.